The Krause Center for Innovation, or KCI, empowers educators with the skills to inspire a brighter future for countless students. Did you know that just one KCI-trained educator can reach hundreds of students who directly benefit from their KCI training? Compound that figure with how the average educator teaches for 30 or more years. In that time, over 3,000 students can benefit from a highly trained educator. Since 2000, KCI has trained over 26,000 educators. And as a result, millions of students have been positively impacted by KCI's educator programming.
I am Gay Krause, founder and executive director of the Krause Center for Innovation, located here on the Foote College campus in Los Altos Hills, California.
We had a building called the Space Science Center at the time that became vacant. It was my favorite building on campus. It was a round building, built of brick, and just a really unique space. And one of the areas that we knew the Silicon Valley really needed was K-12 development for our teachers, and we wanted to look at how they could really enhance their skills in technology. At the time, Silicon Valley was just starting up with home computers, for example, school computers, and we realized that the teachers had no idea of how to use them.
They figured out how to help teachers adapt different pieces of software, and then it went to the cloud, and now we're thinking about how to help schools and districts better understand artificial intelligence and generative AI.
KCI putting its focus on the K-12 population, and especially on the focus on faculty development, being a middle college for students to come here and learn, really helps to nurture that pipeline within our community for young folks to ultimately go on and get a college education or to get on a career path to some great opportunities here in this region as well as across the state and across the country.
And I know that for students, when they get that opportunity to get those hands-on opportunities to see themselves as engineers, see themselves as doctors, see themselves as explorers, I feel that that goes a long way outside of just staying within a worksheet.
But it should really be the Krause Center for Community Innovation, because innovation doesn't happen in a vacuum. It really happens with the community, and that's what KCI has created. And I don't think I would be where I am as a teacher and as a creator.
So makerspace, the word itself can mean all sorts of things, but the makerspace here at KCI, we focus on prototyping. So those initial stages of creating and starting to bring that idea to life. So ways you could do that here, we have 3D printing, we have laser cutter, we have vinyl cutters, and we also have a sublimation printer, we have 3D scanner, we have some software on the computer so you can actually do the digital modeling of different things, we have sticker printers, and we have woodworking tools.
One of the great things about being an astronaut is we know that the envelope of learning begins with curiosity, and in some respects, and I have to make this a caveat, it concludes with failure, but good failure, positive failure. In other words, having a safe space to be able to break things or to see what the envelopes of your design are.
It's been 25 years, and I feel privileged that I've been with the KCI for 20 of those years, and it really was grounding for the start of my educational journey as a teacher.
What I would say to a student is design your dreams, that the only limit to design in this day and age with the technology that we have in places like the KCI Makerspace, the only limit is your imagination.
Congratulations for 25 years, KCI, and Gay and her husband who founded it, and all the instructors and the teachers.
Congratulations for 25 extraordinary years, and thank you for all you do.
Wow, 25th anniversary of the Krause Center for Innovation, otherwise known as the KCI. For those who don't know me, I'm Bill Krause, the spouse of Gay Krause, the founder of the KCI. You might be thinking of the question, why should you consider investing in the KCI, particularly when there's so many other worthwhile causes? Let me remind you again that the mission of the KCI is to educate educators on how to use new technology and new pedagogy to improve student outcomes. And so when you have a teacher that's been highly motivated and well-trained, that teacher will influence over their career anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 students. And we've all been impacted by that great teacher who's influenced us. And so it's important that we have an educated next generation of young people for 3 reasons. One, that an educated next generation of young people ensure that we continue our democratic principles and that of a free nation. Second, educated next generation of people are essential to ensuring peace or achieving peace around the world. And third, educated next generation people will help us have a productive and healthy and good society. So those are the reasons I would hope you would consider investing in the KCI. And thank you for attending our 25th anniversary.